Hey.
Okay, we've got a slight delay in kick-off
Yep.
because of the lightning, so we're going to go to 5:15,
Yep.
pending no more lightning strikes.
No worries, I thought so. Thank you.
Okay.
Test 1 2 1 2. Commentary test 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing commentary channel 1 2. Commentary on channel 1. Effects currently on channel 2.
I like the screen here as well. This is great. It's a cocktail umbrella. Dave, sorry, I'm not sure if we've done a game before. Yeah, we have. Yes, we have. Yes, I recognise your face now as you turned around. You let me know. I need the rain jacket. Yeah, cool, no worries. Now, Lucas with the ball at the back, bowls it out to Hannigan. Hannigan plays it forward. Gnezovic! 2-2! All good.
Oh, right.
It's at Rockdale.
Where at? Yeah, like that.
Similar situation to here.
Yeah, once you get a bit of a balmy night, they all come out looking for a drink.
Goran, the opposition coach is also a Knezovic. Are they related at all? No relation? Yeah, just... No relation. Are we still on for 5:15? Are we still on for a 5:15 start? Yeah, cool. Half-time interview as well, maybe? we get you on.
I don't know, you look pretty fiery when you're playing United.
You were on that one, were you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you been going this year? Have you getting many games?
Yeah, getting one a week.
Yeah, perfect.
Getting mostly Sydney United's games.
Oh, really? Okay.
And then I was here. These fellas played someone. Was it Cogra? It's one of the eastern side teams. I'm at Penrith, so I usually get all the Western Sydney.
Yeah.
Used to get Mount Druitt every week, but
Until they got...
they're gone now.
Is that where we did a game together? Was it Mount Druitt?
No, we did. Was it Hills Finals at Glenwood?
No, that's the one.
It was at Glenwood.
That's the one. The grand final.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yes.
We did a couple of games that day.
Yeah, that's right. I remember now. I was commentating with Eric.
That's right.
And it was my first grand final. And
Yeah.
so Eric was like the lead caller, and I was sort of the, make the comments.
Yeah.
And I'd said to him during the week, I'm like, what are we going to do, a half each or something?
Yeah.
And he was like, nah.
We'll just go back and forth.
No, he just goes, I'll do the whole game and throw to you for like comments. And I was like, oh, okay, no worries, whatever. Didn't think that was the deal, but anyway, no worries. And then at half time, he said, you do the first 15 minutes.
That's right,
and
yeah.
I know there was a goal. That was the only
Yeah,
goal.
yeah.
I was like,
He said to me, he goes,
I feel a bit bad
I just gave him a 15-minute block and he's got the only goal of the game.
Because he did that whole, he is really committed to that league.
Yeah.
Women's league, well, like that's his.
And he knows everybody
That's
inside
his
out.
thing, he knows.
Which is good.
I actually felt, I was glad that he gave me a few minutes, but I actually felt a bit guilty that I got in the one goal. He's so dedicated to that as well. Well, to the strains of AC/DC's Thunderstruck, the two teams are making their way out onto the field for this round 7 clash in the NPL New South Wales men's competition. I will bring you first a weather report because Thunderstruck is a appropriate song to choose. We have had relatively heavy rain here. There's still some black clouds just over to our left-hand side here, and there was a little bit of lightning, which has caused our slight delay to kick off. Should be kicking off in about 4 or 5 minutes' time. But that was delayed from a 5 o'clock start. We are here on the fantastic ground of Ernie Smith Reserve, a beautiful grass field. I do love a grass field, I have to say. Feels like it's more traditional football when you're playing on a grass field. And the away side, Manley, sitting in 12th place, will be taking on the home side, the SD Raiders, who currently sit in 16th place. Very interesting position for both of these teams. Manley United, they cannot buy a goal. They've not scored a goal since the 20th of February. They've only scored 3 goals in their 6 games to date, and none of those goals have come away from home. So challenging for them to score goals. On the other side, SG Raiders, defensively, that has been the challenge for them. There's some real symmetry about the number of goals that they've conceded. Twice they have conceded 1 goal, but in their other match they have conceded 2, 3, 4 and 5 goals respectively. And so that suggests that today they're either going to keep their first clean sheet of the season or they're going to concede 6. The stats say it'll be one of those two things. Now, as the officials are in the middle there, just getting you ready, it's Brooklyn Fawcett, who is our centre ref, and his assistants today, Jackson Tippett and Dante Diaz. And then just below us, our 4th official is Ayad Naji. They are just announcing the teams here, and so we will do likewise. The away team, Manley United, their coach, Vladimir Knezovic. In goal, they have got number 99, Mackenzie Siren. It's Luca Krizan, Matt O'Donoghue, Jesse Priz, their captain, and Aaron O'Driscoll. Let's see, St. Patrick's Day week. Let's see if he puts in a special performance. Then it is Ono, Burgess, Kimura, and Neuenhoff in midfield. And then up front, Kai Evans and Jasper Chipman. Their bench, Saxon Hillier, Stefan de Robillard, Ben Coop, Max Martinello, Harry Turner, Yanis Fritek and Jared Muir. On the other side, the home side, SD Raiders, they'll be playing in green with white shorts and white socks. Their coach, Goran Laboya, is just down below us on the left-hand side here. In goal, and a change in goal. They conceded 4 goals last week, and so they have got a change in goal. And a youngster, Will Lucas, is going to come in the number 40 jersey, with Michael Figueira dropping to the bench. At the back, they have got Cooper Hannigan, Jet McHugh-Shore, Lachlan McGrath and Ethan Bevan. Then in midfield, they've got Lockie Everett, Charlie Ragg, Thomas Mako and Noah Chianese. Up front in the number 9 jersey, Yakov Malbasha and Luka Knezovic. No relation, the two Knezovics. Vladimir Knezovic coaching Manley and Luka Knezovic playing for the SG Raiders. No relation, I am told. Now, we are just about ready for the off. As we said, so SG Raiders, they're going to be playing from left to right here on your screen. Green and white. And then Manley United, they're going to be playing from right to left on your screen in their traditional blue with red trim and white socks. Both teams in white socks. Haven't seen both teams wear the same sock colour for quite a while. It'll be interesting to see how that pans out. It's a wet field. And the socks might be rolling down around the ankles. And away we go. And we are off and running. Ball played forward. Cooper Hannigan takes the first touch. And we'll see how these conditions... call for handball. Referee says no handball there. We'll see how these conditions play out. As Matt O'Donoghue plays the ball into the box in these first couple of minutes. Out on that far side, well, there's an attempted shot there. And really the conditions coming into effect straight away for Manley. It is Yuma Kimura looking to get a shot in early in the first 30 seconds or so. But the ball just bouncing up off the field. This wet field is a grass field, as I mentioned. Manly United have not played on a grass field so far this season, I've been told. And SD Raiders will be looking to use that to their advantage. Now, driving forward. Lovely touch there. Was he held back? He felt like he was held back there, Luka Knezovic. And appeal to Brooklyn Fawcett. No cigar, says Brooklyn Fawcett. And Mackenzie Siren just gets the ball away there. Again, mentioning these conditions, how the ball runs on this grass field, this now wet grass field, will be very interesting to see this afternoon. Already you can see it is not running that true. As O'Donoghue gets the ball. Now O'Driscoll, I beg your pardon, gets the ball and plays it forward. Is there a little collision there? Referee playing lots of advantage here. Now the back pass, it's a tiny bit short. But Lucas comes out really well, gets a touch on it and gets it away. Not to overemphasise the point, but this is really going to have a big effect on this game. From our vantage point, we can see they definitely have cut the grass. It's a little bit shorter than it's been in the last couple of weeks. I spoke to one of the club directors just before kick-off, and he said, yes, they have cut it a little bit shorter than it's been in the last couple of weeks, and a little bit patchy in parts, particularly around the centre circle. You can see it is a little bit patchy. And a little test of the ball there, just as we've called it. Ball ran nice and true there. Now looking to drive forward on this near side. It's Cooper Hannigan. And Hannigan drops it back inside for Knezovic. Knezovic dropping it ashore for Jet McHugh Shore. Holding the play up nicely here, building patiently. Now Chianese with the locks flowing. Noah Chianese turns, shoots Chianese. Saved away really well there by Mackenzie Siren, but the ball is still in play. Flicked up now to the back post. And, headed away really well there. Good defensive header from Jesse Priz. And Noah Chianese, the wild man, Noah Chianese, the scrunchie, or whatever it is they're using to keep their hair together these days, came out, and he might even be coming to the sideline here to try and resolve his hair challenges. No, in fact, something has been sent on from the sideline. And Noah Chianese looking like somebody from Game of Thrones there with the hair flowing. But he's tied it up now. And he'll be moving forward into the box. Challenging for the ball here now. Corner. Whipped in low to the near post. And it was Chianese who did really well to get there. But, wasn't quite able to control it. And Mackenzie Siron pretty pleased to see that ball going out. And he's got us going again with a goal kick. And they're building now from the back. Chipman. And everyone just looking towards the referee there for a moment. And a problem with the ball, perhaps. Yes, a little problem with the ball. I think everyone was looking towards the referee for a moment. A bit of uncertainty. And we're going to swap over the ball, it appears. And sportily, ball just thrown back there by the SD Raiders, and the ball is back now with Mackenzie Siren, and they'll build again from the back with O'Driscoll. So Chianese pressing hard there again. Well, they've given the ball away very cheaply. And, lucky to get it back, and it's O'Driscoll again who plays the ball forward. But ball is picked up really well now. Looking for a chance to shoot there, yes. Referee calls a free kick there again. The ball just holding up for both sets of players. Held up for Manley, caught in possession. They turned it over. SD Raiders looking to try forward. Lockie Everett there, getting the ball into his hands. And Luka Knezovic as well, standing over the ball, looking to get this shot away. And both teams are going to have to adapt. They haven't really adapted that well in these first, let me have a glance, almost 5 minutes of this first half. The rain has held off. Dark clouds over to our left, so there might be more rain to come. And, Lockie Everett now, the SD Raiders captain, is lining up here, as is Knezovic. You've got a 5-man wall. And now Knezovic with the shot. Comfortably over the bar there from Mackenzie Siron's point of view. Now, Siren again plays the ball out from the back for O'Driscoll. O'Driscoll again now choosing to play the ball forward this time. Manley less playing on the ground and more ball at the on the ground. But, yes, looked like clear offside there. Darcy Burgess playing the ball into space, and it was Kimura who was looking to run onto it there. It's Kimura out on that far right hand side, and it's Ono on this near side. And they're going to build again now from the back. Nice crisp passing from the ST Raiders. They decide to check back inside, driven back. Look at Manley's setup. They've got 3 pressing just around the halfway line here, Manley United. But, not pressing very high, just sitting around the halfway. And now the ball comes down now for Hannigan. Hannigan driving forward. He's got Ono chasing him. Goes around Ono. Terrific run here from Hannigan. Hannigan coming to the byline. Drives it in low. Shot comes in. Just away and wide. A terrific shot coming in there from Thomas Mako. But a great run down this near side. Cooper Hannigan evading 2 would-be tacklers. Driving the ball in low. Evaded everybody across the front of the box. Thomas Mako in the 23 jersey there coming in, driving in the shot. And that's the most dangerous moment of the game so far from either side. ST Raiders looking the more dangerous in these first couple of minutes. And, Manley again choosing to play the ball long. And now Ono. Flag stays down for Ono. To get through, but Ethan Bevan does really well there. Scoops up the ball. And now it's Kimura pressing. ST Raiders again playing the ball out nicely. Heavy touch there. The ball is picked up now. Ono with the shot. Just over the bar. Well, Ono picked up the pieces there just on the edge of the box. ST Raiders looking to play the ball out from the back. And caught in possession about 25 yards out from goal. Ono picked it up. He had support outside him. Had a chance to drop off a pass. Defender dropped off. And Ono chose to let fly. Over the bar it went. From Kakeru Ono. And we need another ball. A few problems with the ball so far. And, Will Lucas now. He's being encouraged to play it long. It is very, very difficult to play the ball out short in these conditions with this field. And Will Lucas has gotten the call from the sideline. Play it long. Everybody's dropped back. And of course now he plays it short for Hannigan. Hannigan looking to play it into space. Terrific ball into space. Now will the ball hold up down on that far side? It's Knezovic looking to get there. Chased hard Knezovic. He had Matt O'Donoghue there for company. The ball just skipping up off the surface. And away and out it goes. And back again. For Mackenzie Siren, looking resplendent in a sort of turquoise, I think he's wearing there, with his white gloves and his white boots. And he plays it short for O'Driscoll, who was closed quickly by Malbassa. And, some good closing there from the SG Raiders, both in midfield and from the attacker, forcing the error for Manley United. And the ball is played out into touch, and SG Raiders going again. The SG Raiders bench really wants them to get going quickly. They've done well with Chianese. And now the ball switched out to this near side. And again, it's Cooper Hannigan. He has to drop back just to pick up the possession. He's looking forward. Not loads of options short, so takes a nice little pass forward. It's flicked on really well there by Everett. They've turned over possession quite quickly. Manley coming. Now, ball through the middle. That's a great touch. Through with a shot. Driven in low. Just away and wide. Was there a touch there from Will Lucas? The referee says no. And it was Kimura there driving in. Lucas, from our vantage point, looked like he perhaps got a touch on that, but it wasn't absolutely clear cut. A terrific run there from Kimura, driving through, evading the two would-be tacklers. Got the shot away, skipped up off the surface. And, Lucas scrambling across his goal there. And drops it off now for Bevan. And again, playing it short, and they've given the ball away almost immediately. And the bench are not best pleased with that, as Darcy Burgess is on the ball now. A little pirouette for Burgess, finds Priz. Back to Burgess again. Burgess playing the ball into the box. And it's Lachlan McGrath there, who half clears it. Jet McHugh Shore is looking to complete the task. McHugh Shore plays it long. Now it stays in play. And, it's going to be a little battle for possession here, but O'Driscoll picks it up quickly, but they've turned it over. And now, chance to break here. Wanted the early ball to Knezovic. And he stops when he's got Hannigan outside him, but chooses to play the ball in towards the box. Hannigan was screaming for it. And now Pires is there, but Chianese does really well. It goes all the way back. No, Chianese, great work right there from the number 14. And he drops it back for Lucas. Lucas plays it long, both sides choosing to play the long ball here more often than not. But, Manley changing the tempo just a little bit. And playing it short with O'Driscoll, and he takes the return pass. He's giving direction to his teammates, waving the arms around, looking for them to move into a bit of space. And then the ball comes over the top again. Kimura, and he's onside Kimura. And he's got Burgess in the middle, drops it in. Well, Burgess is having his shirt tugged there, Burgess. Directly in front of the referee, doesn't call it. Still looking for a shot. Shot driven in, blocked away. And out it goes. Well, directly in front of the referee, Darcy Burgess was clearly having his jersey tugged there. But our referee, Brooklyn Fawcett, chooses to play on. The ball was dropped short to the edge of the box there, and Jasper Chipman with the shot. Deflected away, and out it goes. We'll have a corner now, which Kimura is heading across to take. He's got Evans just on the edge of the box. Krizan making his way into the box. Darcy Burgess is there as well. Chipman, as we mentioned, O'Driscoll is in there, and they're all congregating now right around the 6-yard box here, looking to make things difficult for young Will Lucas in goal. And more than half the players from both sides directly inside the 6-yard box there. And the corner now from Kimura, whipped into the near post. Chianese again does really well to get there. But, Burgess gets a touch. Kimura's onside. Can't quite bring the ball down. And now dinked in. Looked like it was going to fall for O'Driscoll there, but didn't quite. And now Evans looking to go around the outside. Evans. And, good bit of defending by Cooper. Hannigan there. Did really well. Again, the referee's letting quite a bit of jersey tugging go, but it's both sides doing it. So he seems to be adjudicating that 6 of one, half dozen of the other situation. But we are going to have another corner. And it's Darcy Burgess now down on this near side who's getting ready to take it. Similar situation. We're in Rugby League heartland here, and it's almost like a Rugby League or a Rugby Union scrum right in there inside the 6-yard box. And now here comes the corner. Floated again to the near post. And again, Chianese is there. And he gets the ball away really well. Now in transition, ST Raiders, what could they do? Chianese looking for the pass again. Doesn't quite find him. And they're going to turn defence into attack here. Odo looking to go down the line here. Ono, if you can get a touch. But, a little bit of push and shove there. Let's calm it all down. This is our match referee. It was Ono and Hannigan. And, playing on quickly is almost always the best idea in that situation. Now, Lachlan McGrath with the ball just on the edge of his box. Looking forward, McGrath. Chooses to have a little bit of a run. And drops it outside now for Hannigan. Hannigan is closed down really quickly by Ono and gets it forward only as far as O'Donoghue, who finds O'Driscoll. Now O'Driscoll playing it forward. Ono, if he gets a touch here, he's into space. Does get a touch, but can't quite keep the ball in play there. But lovely vision from Aaron O'Driscoll in the 5 jersey, looking to find Ono. We're going to have a great battle on our hands here down on this near side, it looks like. Hannigan and Ono. They've both got similar builds. They look like very competitive players. Both pacey. And I think we're going to have a nice little battle for the rest of the afternoon on our hands here with Hannigan and Ono. Now Evans there pressing. And Kimura also pressing. ST Raiders have done well. Get the ball away. A little bit of space now to move. Knezovic moving forward, and Chianese. Chianese evades one, but can't quite evade the second. Terrific little challenge there from Jasper Chipman. He did well, but they've given the ball away quickly. And now Chianese, is he in behind? Can he get a touch? Well, he was nearly there, Chianese, and Knezovic was in behind. Terrific defensive clearance there. Halfway between the penalty area and the 6-yard box. I think it was Luca Clizan who got in there and got the ball away. It was indeed. And, we're going to have ourselves another corner. Quite a few corners in this match so far. Interesting to see how Manley United will defend. They're setting up zone defence just inside the 6-yard box there. And then looking at more of a man-to-man marking situation just on the edge of the box. A slightly different setup to when Manley were attacking. And, you'd imagine the ball is going to be coming in there into that corridor of uncertainty, as they say in cricket. Now, corner floated in low. Ball is cleared away really well. They have a chance to break here, and they've got lots of space, Manley. It's Kimura on that far side. He's got Ono on this near side, who has got a lot of space on his hands. They can't quite find a blue jersey in transition there, Manley. And now they're going to come back again. Really open game here at Ernie Smith. And that is a heavy challenge. A heavy challenge, and surely our first card of the day. And, ST Raiders felt certain that was going to be the first card of the day. Heavy challenge from Jasper Chipman, who has had a few disciplinary issues so far this year. He got a red card in the 2-2 draw against Apia. But, felt like there was a strong chance he was going to win the receiving end of a yellow there, but no yellow cards. That whole rule about no yellow cards in the first few minutes seems to be in effect. And now ST Raiders floating the ball high up here to this near side. Controlled really nicely. Knezovic. Those distinctive boots, but the pass doesn't quite have enough on it. And Burgess looking to break away. But, again, they've turned it over quite quickly, and Padiz drops it down now for Kimura. Kimura with Burgess. Plays it through. Is there a flag there? There is indeed. Yes, looked to be a step or two offside there, Kai Evans. And our assistant out on that far side. I think I mentioned the assistants, but just in case, Jackson Tippett and Dante Diaz are our 2 sideline officials today. And as I said, directly below us, Ayand Najee Brooklyn Fawcett is our centre ref in his distinctive orange jersey. You cannot miss him. Now Bevan finds McGrath. McGrath in turn. Finds McHugh-Shore. McHugh-Shore plays it forward for the ever-willing Knezovic. Yakov Malbassa's up front there as well. I haven't called his name that many times, but it's Knezovic who seems to be in the thick of the action going forward. And as he always is, Noah Chianese in the thick of the action all across the field. Defence, attack, midfield, tackling, shooting. He has been Mr. Everywhere so far. In what has been a very, very open game. I spoke before the game to Goran Luboya, and he was hoping for not such an open game today. He said, I'll paraphrase, he got a little bit cross with his team after last week's 4-3 defeat. Really felt, particularly when they were 2-0 up, that they needed to keep things a little bit tighter. But I'm not sure they're completely following his instructions today. It's not a super tight game, but really exciting stuff for the neutral here. Very open game. Both teams absolutely pouring forward as soon as they get the ball, trying to get this first goal. And here is that man Chianese again, looking to play the ball in. Beautiful ball into space. Mackenzie Siren comes, only half touches it. Gets there at the second attempt, Mackenzie Siren, first with his hands, then with his feet. And he had two green jerseys, Malbassa and Knezovic, both bearing down on goal. No time to stop. It's Ono coming back on the far side, looking to find his compatriot, Kimura. And Kimura has picked the ball out on that far side. A little tug of the jersey there, but let's play on. And he's looking to turn McGrath. Kimura drops the ball back inside, finds Evans. And Evans drops it back for Priz. Priz gets the ball again. Now a chance to take a breath. They're going to build with a little bit of time on the ball here, Manley. One of the first times they've had it just on a halfway line. And they drop it out now to this near side for O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue floats the ball in. Keeper comes, gets a touch. Not a super confident touch, deflection. And over the bar. Well, that would have been one of the crazier goals of the season. Darcy Burgess didn't really know much about that at all. The ball was being cleared away by Jet McHugh-Shore. He turned his back there, Burgess. Came off, I think, either his shoulder or his back. And does that count as a shot on goal? I'm just checking with our camera person here today is Gavin Lang. Just checking for an opinion from Gavin. Unsure is the feedback, so we'll put that down as a no. Now, Chianese again. Lovely ball there from Chianese into space. Beautiful ball now. Played into space again. But, overlapping run from Malbassa. Beautiful little bit of play there from Noah Chianese. And then he comes in with the challenge and wins the ball back really well. So we've seen it both there. The skill. We've seen the strength. And, now the ball is played out to that far side. McHugh-Shore has got the ball. Plenty to aim at McHugh-Shore. Looks to play it in low, but Priz blocks it away well. Come back to that little piece of skill there from Noah Chianese. Picked the ball up beautifully. Two men on top of him. Cooper Hannigan making a lovely little run. Held off the two would-be defenders. And played the ball into space for Hannigan. Lovely little bit of skill. Great touch for a big man. Noah Chianese. And now here they come again. ST Raiders. And it's Knezovic. Knezovic looking to play the ball in. Driscoll does well and gets it away. Drives it back for Ethan Bevan in the 47 jersey. And he finds McGrath. McGrath driving forward. Let's get the return past McGrath. He's continued his run. Chance to shoot, but mass ranks of Manley defenders there have driven ST Raiders wide. And Chianese drives it to the back post. Headed across. What a clearance off the line. Oh, a miracle clearance off the line there. ST Raiders players with their arms in the air felt that the ball was destined for the back of the net. But, a terrific intervention there. Looked like Luca Krizan. We'll confirm that in just a moment, but an absolutely miraculous clearance. We stay at 0-0 somehow. Luca Krizan, indeed it was. 20 minutes gone. And ST Raiders pouring forward in attack. A terrific cross from Chianese. Header had evaded Mackenzie Sidon, but Luca Krizan had not given up on that. And from almost inside the goal, he heads the ball away, but at the expense of a corner, which is going to be taken now by Jet McHugh-Shore. McHugh-Shore drives it in high, right under the keeper, but punches it away well, only as far as Chianese. Chianese heads it back into the box. But, it's cleared away well. And it's back now with Everett. And again, floated into the box, but again, the header comes away. And it's Evans. And now they look to break. And it's 3-on-3. And here comes Ono. But Everett tracking back really well there. Terrific tracking back from Lockie Everett, playing a captain's role there, tracking back. And he finds Hannigan. Hannigan, little slip from Hannigan. Can he get away from Burgess? He does well. And then gets away from Ono. And then plays the ball forward. Mackenzie Siren comes to the edge of his box here. Siren backpedals really nicely. Albassa there. And he bowls it out. What a terrific game this is. Still 0-0, but both sides not quite throwing caution to the wind, but not far off it. And, playing the ball out from the back, Kizan chooses to play it long, but immediately gives it away to Mako. And Mako stops and turns. And the ball now finds its way to Bevan. Bevan back for McHugh Shore. And now they're driving forward. Mako again. Plays it out to that far side. One or two options in the middle, but not many. And so they choose to play it back towards the middle of the field. Now, think to cross to that far side. Just a little bit too much on the pass. It's, Charlie Ragg, who's looking to get on the end of it there. Hasn't been involved too much, Charlie Ragg. 2 goals last week. And that terrific game against St George City. I put them 2 goals to the good. And I'm sure they felt that they were on their way to their first win of the season. But again, as Goran Luboya said to me, just not quite enough discipline, just lacking a little bit of experience. They've certainly got the skills, he feels. They've got the fitness, they've got the energy, they've got the confidence, but just that little touch of inexperience told against them last week, he felt. And they'll be looking to right that wrong this week and pick up their first win of the season. Now, Chianese battling again, decides to leave it for Hannigan, who plays a lovely ball to Chianese. Now he's got space in front of him, and he's got support inside. And he finds Knezovic. Knezovic looking to play the return pass to Chianese, but not quite on the same wavelength there. And it comes back now for Hannigan. A little bit of a wild swing there from Hannigan with the left foot. But, the ball comes straight back to him. He's been a magnet for the ball so far, has Hannigan. And Murphy feels that was just a little bit too eager in the tackle there from Evans. Ball is played short. Kimura looking to get involved there. Doesn't quite get it, but it finds Ragg. Ragg looking to play it forward, but it's almost intercepted. It's helter-skelter stuff here. Now, ball played through the middle. Straight through the middle. And it's Evans. Evans bearing down on goal. Great save by Lucas. Ball not cleared away yet. Kimura. That then was the absolute best chance for Manley so far. Kai Evans in the 19 jersey bearing down on goal. Again, the ball not running quite as true as it would do on the synthetic field. So he chose to pull the trigger early. Will Lucas, our young goalkeeper here, made a terrific save. And then his defence were on hand there to complete the job, clear the ball away. So just approaching 25 minutes gone here. We stay at 0-0 somehow. Not sure how it's 0-0, but it is. And, as I said at the start, if the statistics are to be followed the way they are so far, SD Raiders will either concede no goals or 6 goals in this match based on how their season has gone so far. But, again, if the statistics are to be followed, Manley will definitely not score a goal. They've really found goals hard to come by. But now here's Evans looking to chase that. Oh no, terrific save from point blank range. Oh no, straight through with the goal at his mercy. Will Lucas stood up really well and blocked the ball with his chest there. And, increasingly, he's becoming the key player here for the SG Raiders. 2 terrific saves in as many minutes. And a lot of space at the back there again. They're leaving a little bit too much space. But here comes Mako. Lovely tackle, but and a second tackle there, but he's skipped over the tackle really nicely. Has Charlie Ragg. And now he's got options in the middle. He's got Chianese, amongst others. Ball comes in there. Chianese! Just over the bar. Just over the bar. Chances at both ends. We'll reflect back on that chance for Manley just a moment ago. With the goal at his mercy, Ono did well. Put the ball on target. That's all you can ask. But, Will Lucas did really well to block the ball away, and then almost immediately down the other end, Ragg and Mako combining, and the cross came in for the danger man. Chianese got there first, got a good header on the ball, made good contact, but couldn't quite keep it down. And Mackenzie Siron happy to see it going over the bar, and we stay at 0-0. Now Burgess finds Kimura. Lovely tackle from McHugh Shore. McHugh Shore, he's driven all the way back, and so he goes back to Lucas. Lucas short for Bevan. Bevan, quite a bit of space in front of him here if he chooses to run into it. And he is choosing to do that. He's got Hannigan down here below him. Hold it up and play it back, says Hannigan. Lucas pauses and returns the pass now again for Bevan. A couple of people coming short and space in front of him. So Bevan chooses to run to the space and then plays the ball into space, but just finds a blue jersey. And it's Ono battling for the ball. Burgess did really well there. Looked like he turned his defender there, and he was just held up. So Brooklyn Fawcett says, yeah, that'll be a free kick. Now they choose not to play it forward. They drop it back for Kizan, who in turn finds O'Driscoll. And, he's got three players in very close attention here, so he chooses to dink the ball over the top, but only as far as Hannigan. And now back with Hannigan again. He's got Chianese making a deep run here, and he looks to find Chianese there. Beautiful ball. Chianese takes a lovely touch. Can he take a second touch there? O'Driscoll comes across. O'Driscoll and Chianese battling it out now. Back for Hannigan. Can't quite dink it in, Hannigan. And the ball is back for Ono. Burgess. Again, no one really able to get their foot on the ball and slow things down. Again for Chianese. And Chianese drops it back for his captain, who in turn finds Bevan. Bevan drops it back, and now Lockie Everett picks it up again. Almost the first lull in the game that we've had now. The ST Raiders looking to just catch their breath. Slow the ball down just a little bit. Everett again for Hannigan. Hannigan, he's going to have to play the ball long here. No other options. And, Manley turned it away almost immediately. Lovely little nutmeg there on himself by the referee from Chianese's pass. And, they're driven back again. It's changed into a bit of a middle third battle now in these last few minutes. Both teams pushing up high. Both teams looking to occupy the middle third of the field. Neither side giving the other some space. A little weather update here in this lull in play. It has gotten very, very dark here in the last few minutes. Rain clouds threatening. Speaking of threatening, here comes Knezovic. Knezovic drops it outside for Chianese. Chianese dinks it up to the back post. Mako, can he keep the ball in play? He does well, Mako. Drops it back for Knezovic. Knezovic, and it's touched in there! No flag! And the goal has been scored by Malbasha. Well, this has been a back and forth game. Lots and lots of attacking, with a little bit of a lull. Both teams looking to occupy the middle third of the field. And then a nice ball played over to that far side. Thomas Mako held it up. And he plays it back inside for the number 9, Yakov Malbasha. All of a sudden, he's unmarked in the middle of the 6-yard box. And just before the 30th minute mark, first goal of the day, it is 1-0 to the home side, SD Raiders. And it is Yakov Malbasha with the goal. So Malbasha on the score sheet, 1-0 to the ST Raiders. Almost 30 minutes gone here. They have really struggled to score goals so far this season, Man United. No goals scored in away matches, as we mentioned. 3 away games so far, 0 goals scored. They are going to have to break that duck if they're going to get themselves back into this game. And they're looking to do it with Evans. He's touched it back for Burgess. And Burgess finds Please. And they've dropped right back here, ST Raiders. They've got everybody back in their own half, everybody behind the ball. A little change of posture as soon as they've scored that goal. And now it's O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue looking to go around the outside. O'Donoghue, he skipped past the challenge. Can he dink it across? He does well. Ball is touched away, but Burgess is there. Can't quite get a full connection on it. Darcy Burgess had a little bit of space and time, perhaps more time than he realised, to pull the trigger there, but snatched at it somewhat. And now Knezovic plays the ball forward. Looking to find Hannigan, who's making another overlapping run. Giving it away. Knezovic has got the ball back almost straight away. Knezovic playing it in short. Touch there out onto that far left-hand side. And it's McHugh Shore. McHugh Shore floating it over. A chance again for 2 goals in a minute. Yakov Malbasha in the 9 jersey looking to get on the end of it. Well, 2 goals in 2 minutes, perhaps. Not quite 2 goals in a minute. But Manley United have really got to get a hold of this game. They are not being able to hold possession when they get it. They are giving it away, and SD Raiders are piling forward in attack when they get the ball. Knizovic, Malbasha, Chianese, Rag, Mako, all pouring forward and create opportunities for themselves. Now, Chipman plays it across for O'Driscoll. And now they're going to play the ball long. And, looking to find the ever-eager running of Kimura. Just a little bit too much right angle on that. And the ball goes out of play. Not sure if you can quite see this on your, from your view, but the flags are really blowing hard now. Just right in the middle of that, on that 50-metre line, right in the middle of the field. Weather conditions changing here. As I said, dark clouds. It's much windier. And that storm really appears to be threatening. We had a little bit of it earlier. But really appears to be threatening now. Everett. Now, Everett, if he sees the run, there's lots of space here. He has seen the run. And it's Hannigan driving forward. But the defence came back really well there. It was O'Donoghue who came back really well. Terrific run by Cooper Hannigan. It was picked up by his captain, Lockie Everett. He saw the run, but the pass, had it been angled just a little bit more towards the touchline, would have given Hannigan more room. It came a little bit towards the edge of the box. And, that gave Manley a chance to recover. And they pressed really well there through Chipman, and they forced the error. Now they will have a throw in on this near side. Lots of chat from this SD Raiders team. We're in a great position here. Our commentary position is directly above the field here. And you can hear the SD Raiders players talking to each other, encouraging each other on. Get this man, move there, move into space. I have to say, Manley, very, very quiet by comparison. Doesn't seem to be much chat amongst them. But, SD Raiders, not just since that goal, but overall in the game so far, much more vocal, much more encouraging of each other. But Manley, yeah, quite quiet out there. Let's see if they can change the momentum here just a little bit with the ball at the feet of Lucas. Now, coming out for the back there, McHugh Shore drops the ball in low. And, it's played across for our goal scorer, Malbasha. Can't quite control it. It's going to be a throw in now for Manley, almost exactly on halfway. Wind seems to have dipped just a little bit. And, it's in Manley's favour in this first half. Playing from right to left. No, throw-in comes short for Evans. And, well, last touch from a green jersey there. I thought the last touch would come off a blue jersey, but last touch of a green jersey. And so Manley will come again with the throw. Their captain, Tessie Pruce, will take it. And he comes forward. Finds Neuenhoff. Neuenhoff dinks the ball over the top. Kimura keep the ball in play. He can. Can Ono get a touch on this? Just evades him, but holds the ball up nicely, Ono. And he's got support just inside the box. And on the edge, and it's O'Donoghue stepping inside. O'Donoghue with the shot. Just over the bar. Good play there. A little bit more momentum behind Manley now. Stringing a couple of passes together. Dangerous cross into the box. Just evaded Ono, but he stopped and checked back inside. Had a couple of options. Chose to find O'Donoghue just on the edge of the box, and O'Donoghue got his head over the ball, but just couldn't quite keep the shot down. Will Lucas was well positioned and seemed to have it covered, but just got under it just a fraction. O'Donoghue. And over the bar it went. 10 minutes or so to go now until half time. Here with Ernie Smith. And Will Lucas looks like he's going to play this one long. And he does indeed. He's going to sail just over halfway. Chianese is there. Can he win it? Does really well. Oh, it's a clash of heads there perhaps. There is indeed clash of heads. It was Luca Krizan who just caught Noah Chianese. Chianese won the ball first. His hair perhaps protecting him somewhat. But, I beg your pardon. But, yeah, just a little rub of the back of the head there, and perhaps some magic water coming on for Noah Chianese. Yeah, he did win the ball first, and it was caught accidentally, I think it's fair to say, by Luca Krizan. But, yeah, nice sporting gesture from Krizan, goes across and apologises. Did look like an accidental clash of heads. No malice intended, and off he goes Chianese, and we'll get things going again with a drop ball perhaps. Always this little conversation about what we're going to do here. And Manley get the ball and then just drop it back and start again for the backs. That's probably the fair way to get things going again. And the ball is with Jasper Chipman. And Chipman plays it short for Neuenhoff. Got Donoghue just down here below us. Donoghue takes a touch, plays it into space for Ono. Flag stays down. He's in behind the back, Ono. Oh, but late flag comes up there. He looked across Ono. initially. Looked as though he'd timed his run really well, but didn't quite arc it enough. And late flag out on that far side from our assistant referee. And we're going to have ourselves a free kick. I'm not sure it's quite from there, but that's where Cooper Hannigan is going to take it from. But in fact, he leaves it behind. And trots forward. He's had a terrific first half, Hannigan. He's been involved in all the action. Well, they're really trying to run down the clock here, perhaps, ST Raiders. This is perhaps what Goran Laboya was encouraging to do. Take the heat out of games when you're leading. Maybe run a bit of time off the clock. Show a little bit more of that experience. And Lucas plays it forward, but just got under the fraction. Little scramble for possession in midfield. And ball's still not really with anybody, but Mako's done really well. Little control on the thigh, and then drops it back. And it comes now for Bevan. Bevan looking to play the ball inside. Just gets it through the line there. And now a chance to break forward. And it's Hannigan again. Down this right-hand side. Hannigan looking to go around the outside. Checks in. Does well as he pulled back. Advantage played. And does really well to win a corner. Referee is saying yes. Advantage was played there. I think Brooklyn Fawcett having a little chat and saying, yes, I saw that you were through. I saw that you were a chance of getting the ball into the box. And so I let you play on there. I'm paraphrasing. But he seemed to calm the situation down there immediately. Brooklyn Fawcett by just explaining, yeah, could have held it back. But chose to give you the opportunity to play the ball into the box. But ball was blocked away at the expense of a corner, and they will have a chance to play it into the box now. And it's Jet McHugh-Shore who's going to come across to this near side. Again, the zone defence from Manley just around the near post in that 6-yard box. Some man-to-man marking just on the edge of the box. And, still a couple of ST Raiders players just then hovering on the edge of the box, looking to make a late run. And now here comes the corner into the near post. Won well by Chianese! Well, Noah Chianese has been the standout performer here. He's been all around the field. He's been working hard in defence and attack. The corner driven in there. 38 minutes gone in this first half. It is 2-0 to the ST Raiders. And it is Noah Chianese with a terrific flicked header there. Corner floated in. There's a bit of zone defence and a bit of man-to-man marking. Chianese did really well. Came across the front of the zone defence on the edge of that 6-yard box. Directed his header beautifully. Flicked header. And over it went above the goalkeeper. Mackenzie Siren into the net. And we have ourselves a 2-0 lead for the ST Raiders. Now, they did lead 2-0 last week as well. I do say that is the most dangerous score in football, to be 2-0 in the lead, and they led by 2 goals last week, also in the first half. But, Manley are going to have to work really hard to get themselves back into this game. Can they do it? 5 minutes or so to go before half-time. Can they get themselves a goal before half-time? Bit of a momentum shifter. Krizan plays it forward, over the top. Hannigan and Ono. Renew rivalries here. Hannigan takes a touch, takes a second touch, drops it back for the keeper, who comes to the edge of his box and plays it away well. But, only as far as O'Donoghue shouts of handball. But he's pushed off the ball there, O'Donoghue, a little bit too easily. Mako driving forward. Mako has got Rag outside him. He finds Rag. Rag inside the box now, dropping it onto his right foot. Rag, little deflection. The ball is still there. Away it goes. Referee says no foul. Manley in possession. And Ono comes again, but they break so well in transition to ST Raiders. Ball won really well in midfield. Charlie Rag looping around the outside, picks up the pass from Mako. And looking to put a dangerous ball into the box. Manley able to clear the danger, and they build again with Priz. Priz playing the ball over the top now for Ono. Ono and Hannigan. Hannigan shields the ball out of play really well, and then down he goes at the end. Excellent cover running. Excellent play, using his body really well, not giving away a free kick. Protecting the ball as it runs out of play. And a little word from our match referee to Ono. I felt there was a little push, a little bit of afters once the ball had gone out of play. But again, nothing serious enough for a yellow card. But, ST Raiders now, all the tricks coming out, swapping from one side to the other to take this goal kick again, just to run a few minutes off the clock. Goran Laboya will be pleased with this, some will call it gamesmanship, professionalism, showing some experience. That's what he wanted his team to do, and they seem to be doing that. So coach is always happy when their instructions are followed. And suggestion of a push in the back there from Priz on Chianese. No whistle from Brooklyn Fawcett, and we are directly on the halfway line, and we'll have a throw in for the ST Raiders. Mako coming short. He is ignored. Rag also coming short, and he does get the touch. Rag, and now it's played forward. Kienese again. Looking to get amongst it, Kienese. Can he get a touch? He gets a lovely touch there for Hannigan, and Hannigan's got space in front from now. If he drops the head and he drives forward, Hannigan, can he get into the box? Oh, a cynical challenge there. A cynical challenge there. And that has brought about our first yellow card of the game for Luca Krizan. He's driving straight through. He's just on the edge of the box. The ST Raiders team are suggesting that there was no other defenders there. When he's coming straight through, he has stayed down. As Cooper Hannigan. Luca Krizan has been shown the first yellow card. And as a good friend of mine in football says, that was a straight yellow. It was not quite enough to be a red, but it was an absolute certain yellow. But he stayed down, actually. Hannigan has stayed down here, looking to be in a little bit of trouble. And SC Raiders players are saying that Krizan off his feet. When the challenge came in, he was certainly looking like he was trying to make the challenge before Cooper Hannigan has made his way into the box. There were other defenders there, which meant that the red card was probably off the table. But he has stayed down as Cooper Hannigan. And it looks like it's a little bit of an ankle problem there. And that is what the SD Raiders players were saying, that the two legs were wrapped around the ankle. And that the player was off his feet. That was the suggestion from the SD Raiders players. And, the referee was quickly on the spot and quick to give that yellow card. 42 minutes gone when that yellow card was issued. And a couple of substitutes now from SD Raiders, just up on their feet and warming up as we see if Cooper Hannigan can get back to his feet. But an apology being offered now from Luca Krizan that is, I would say, partially accepted by Cooper Hannigan. But, he's back up on his feet, Hannigan. It does seem to be an ankle problem. But, he's trying to walk it off. And in fairness to Krizan, he has come back and offered a second apology there. But Hannigan, he does have to come off the field, I think, because he's gone down and gotten some treatment. But he's going to stay on the field by the looks of things, Hannigan. But back to live action now. We've got this free kick in an extremely dangerous position here. We've got Jakob Malbasha, one of our goal scorers, who was standing over the ball. And also there, Jet McHugh-Shore. So left-footed option from McHugh-Shore. Right-footed option from Malbasha. 4 in the wall here. We've got a perfect view from our commentary position. Will it be McHugh-Shore with the left? Malbasha with the right. It's Malbasha with the right. Just gets a little touch up off the wall and over the bar there. It was Jacob Chipman in the 33 jersey there, I think, that got the touch. But, let's see how Cooper Hannigan is getting on. He's still feeling that ankle, that right ankle. But, we're overhearing the views of the physiotherapist. He's not great, appears to be the feedback from the physiotherapist. But we are just about to get to half-time, so I think they're going to wait until then to make a decision. Now, before we get to half-time, we're going to have another corner down on this near side. They look very dangerous from these corners. And here it comes again. Floated in again towards the near post. Kienese gets there again. But O'Driscoll is in there and does really well to get it away. But, only as far as Everett. Everett floats the ball back in. O'Driscoll again. It's the ball away. Nezovic is there, just on the edge of the box. Left foot flicks it in. Kienese! Attempted overhead kick there by Noah Kienese. That would have been spectacular in the extreme. But ST Raiders still in possession. McHugh-Shore now. McHugh-Shore floats it into the back post. Ball is played away. Chance for a shot. Well, significantly over the bar there. The ball fell beautifully for Knezovic. Couldn't quite keep the shot down. And our fourth official there has been kind enough to let us know, Ayad Naji, that we've got 3 minutes. 3 minutes of added time. And Kienese there attempting the spectacular. Again, he's a sizable man, but hair flowing. And he was looking for the Gareth Bale style overhead kick, that famous Gareth Bale goal for the Champions League final. It was that type of an overhead kick that he was going for, Kienese. I beg your pardon, but looking to add to his tally for the night. But we stay at 2-0. And we've got about 90 seconds or so of this first half still to go. Some nice skill over there from Neuenhoff. But Steve Raiders have stolen the ball away, looking to move in transition again. They've been very, very brisk in transition. But couldn't quite maintain possession there, and then Manley have it with a last chance before the end of the half. Played over in that far side. Kimura gets the ball. Kimura playing the ball in low. But, just at chest height, in fact. And, Will Lucas happy to get it. They come again. ST Raiders looking to build on their 2-goal lead. But, maybe perhaps more sensibly, they choose to stop and check back. Let's not overcommit with the half-time whistle imminent. And good battle there. Chianese again battling it out with Kizan. And Manley now. A little bit of space here. Burgess. Well, Burgess almost had some space, but cut out beautifully. You can see a little bit of frustration there from Darcy Burgess. He wants that pass just a little bit sharper. He had space in front of him, and the pass didn't quite come, and he's expressing that view to Luke Neuenhoff. And now O'Driscoll coming forward. O'Driscoll puts the ball inside, but when he finds a green jersey, but, they've returned the favour and given the ball away almost immediately. Have the SD Raiders. And now here is Priz. Priz driving towards the edge of the box. Takes a touch, takes a second touch, still in possession. And floats the ball in. It wasn't quite a cross and it wasn't quite a shot. And so Will Lucas happy to pick that up. And he bowls it out for Knezovic. Knezovic for Chianese. Hannigan now running quite smoothly down here below us. And the ball is spread out to that far side. And Charlie Ragg can't quite get there. And that is the end of what has been a very eventful first half here at Ernie Smith. We will head to the break with the home side SD Raiders leading by 2-0. Jakob Malbasha in the 30th minute. Noah Chianese in the 38th. There were chances for both teams. Probably the SD Raiders, I would say, deserve a 2-0 lead as we go into half-time. And we will take a 10 or 15-minute break. And we'll see you on the other side of that back here at Ernie Smith Reserve. Now we are nearly ready here for the second half. And, just check if there's been any substitutions. Yeah, just waiting confirmation if there's been any substitutions. Our fourth official down here below us, Ayad Naji. None for SD Raiders, it appears. I'm just checking if Manley. No substitutions, with thanks to Ayad Naji. David Feeney here, alongside Gavin Lang at Ernie Smith, reserve, and the ball is played forward straight away. Priz wins the ball really well in the air, and it falls for Kimura. Kimura looking to play the ball long, but intercepted really well there. Now Burgess gets on the ball. The ball just drifts out of touch directly below us here. So a little synopsis of the first half. Very, very open game. Neither side really focusing too much on defending, let's be honest. Both teams are going to catch each other on the break in transition, and SD Raiders have been significantly more successful of that, scoring 2 goals and having another goal stopped by Luca Klizan, a miraculous clearance from just under the crossbar. And, staying with Luca Klizan, he was the one player to get a yellow card in that first half. First half that was refereed pretty well, you have to say, by Brooklyn Fawcett, looking to let the game flow at all times. And now they're looking to build from the back. It's McGrath. McGrath plays the ball forward. Kienese plays the ball into space there beautifully. And held up really well by Malbasha. One of our goal scorers, the 2 goal scorers, in fact, they're combining. Kienese and Malbasha. Malbasha, lovely little flick and spin there, but wasn't able to find a green jersey. And so the ball is played forward. Evans does really well. Takes a touch inside. Finds Burgess. Burgess closed really hard. Burgess looking to find Priz. Changes his mind. Finds Kimura. Well, the ball just slipped under the foot of Kimura. But, straight away in the second half. We mentioned in the first half that Manley were quite quiet. Not really speaking to each other much, but that appears to have changed immediately at the start of this second half, which is a minute and a half old. Lots more chat. And SD Raiders seems to have upped their tempo just a little bit too in terms of chat. Now the throw comes forward. Lovely bit of control. Well, initially a lovely bit of control from Thomas Mako, but can't quite get that key second touch. And Priz is there, takes the touch. Kienese is there, pressing hard on Chipman. And pressing hard again. Well, he's done really well at the back there. Has Klizan to evade what would have been a terrific challenge. But they come now. Kimura inside the box. Can they get a goal right at the start of the second half? Ono is still there. Cleared away well. Ono with a terrific chance to get them right back into this game. Danger not averted yet. Burgess has still got the ball now on the edge of the box. And he's battling it out against Lockie Everett, the SG Raiders captain. Much, much more lively in the second half, Manley. Vladimir Knezovic has perhaps given them a bit of the old hairdryer treatment, as Sir Alex Ferguson used to call it. And it's paying dividends so far. They're attacking yet again. Burgess looking to get a touch. Can't quite get a touch. And now in transition again, Kienese. He's got lots of space in front of him. And he's got a winning runner down on this near side. And it's Rag. Rag driving forward. He's got 2-3 players in front from Rag, looking to go through the gap there. But too many defenders in blue. It was O'Driscoll and it was Priz amongst others. And again, a very open start to the second half, just as we did in the first half. SG Raiders will be happy, you'd imagine, to absorb some pressure. They've got a flat back 4 and then 3 in midfield, still 3 up front. And, now turning beautifully. Driving in towards the edge of the box. And a chance to shoot. Ono with the shot. Well, more of a cross than a shot in the end from Ono. He had 3 options there. Darcy Burgess again amongst them. And some cross looks, I would say, more so than cross words from Darcy Burgess. He was in a great position, as was Kimura, as was Kai Evans. But Ono found none of them. And didn't really challenge Will Lucas either. So we stay at 0-0. But I would say lively, not quite frantic, but certainly lively start to the second half. And it's Lucas now who takes the kick. And sails just over the halfway line. But won really well in the air. And at the second attempt there from Ewenhoff. And the ball is now played forward. But Bevan is back there really well. Hooks the clearance away. And as we said, Manley, they've got two at the back now. It's Krizan and O'Driscoll at the back, and they're pushing significantly higher numbers of players forward, looking to get back into this game straight away at the start of the second half. And it's Ono who scoops the ball up for O'Donoghue. He's got Burgess short, but, chooses to go long, and he finds Neuenhoff. Neuenhoff takes a touch in the box, second touch in the box, battling still for possession there. Great late run from Luke Neuenhoff. The throw found him really well. Didn't see much of Neuenhoff in that first half, but already now in the second half, rising well in the air, winning a couple of key headers, and then driving forward into the box. They have really upped the tempo, and looking like we're going to have a bit of activity here on the SD Raiders bench down below us. Riley Cox-Barlow, amongst others, is chatting to the management team. But now back to live action. Priz gets the ball, driving forward. Priz got space in front of him. Still going Priz, lovely ball inside for Kimura. Leaves it behind him. Kimura looking to get the return pass. Excellent challenge from Ethan Bevan, but this is a significant uptick in momentum and in forward focus from Manley. They are looking to get a goal here. As we mentioned a few times in commentary, they have not scored away from goal so far, away from home, I should say, so far this year. They are 2-0 down. They are going to have to turn that around significantly to get themselves back into this game. Now, they've changed their tactics from a corner. They're not right in on top of the goalkeeper anymore, but they're running late, and the ball comes in around the penalty spot. One well in the air. Just over it goes. Aaron O'Driscoll there in the 5 jersey. Rose well, won it well. And here indeed are those substitutions. And coming on for SD Raiders, it's Riley Cox-Barlow, who's coming on in the 19 jersey. And Seb Malfara in the 21 jersey. Coming on, and looks like it could be an injury for Jakob Malbasha. He is coming off. And, also coming off is Thomas Mako. So it's Mako and Malbasha off, and it's Riley Cox-Barlow and Seb Malfara on. Just 5 minutes gone in this first half. Slightly unusual timing, I would have to say, in terms of substitutions, especially to make 2 substitutions, but certainly one of them looks like an injury just down below us here. Jakob Malbasha, one of our goal scorers, is getting some treatment immediately. So that looks certainly like it's an injury of some description. But Cox-Barlow and Malfara have made their way on. And they'll be looking to get involved in the action quickly. There is Cox-Barlow pressing high, looking to cause problems for Mackenzie Cyron. And Cyron has pressed back again. It's a high press from Charlie Ragg, and they've turned the ball over really well. The other of our substitutes there, Seb Malfara, getting the ball, but can't quite find a teammate. So instant impact in terms of energy from Cox-Barlow and Malfara, but couldn't quite hold on to the ball. Charlie Ragg also in there with the high press. And looks like Manley are going to make some changes as well. I've got their we've got some conversations going on down here. Ben Coop, it looks like, might be coming on. So we'll get that confirmation just in a moment or two. Now, as always with the substitutions, let's see which team settles faster. It's Cox-Barlow and Malfara who are definitely pressing on. And, they've also got Ragg there forward and Chianese forward as well. So very attacking posture from this SD Raider side. They are leading 2-0 as they did last week. But a very attacking posture, but they're now just slowing things down just a fraction with Lockie McGrath playing across for Bevan. And in turn, finding Lockie Everett. And the ball is looking to be played into space there. Can Everett get on it again? Shoulder-to-shoulder challenge there. He's been in the middle of everything, has Hannigan. He's looked to have recovered from that ankle knock that he got in the first half, but he's running well. It ran into the shoulder there of Aaron O'Driscoll. But the outcome of all of that is it's going to be a throw-in for the SD Raiders. Playing in green, leading by 2-0 here. Looking for their first victory of the season. And well, there's a heavy challenge. Referee coming across, and we have our second yellow card of the game. He's been pretty lenient with the yellow cards. It's Ethan Bevan, who has fled the scene of the crime. And that has been an effective strategy for Ethan Bevan. No yellow card shown there, but a free kick awarded, which Manley will take now. And they take it quickly. Cox Barlow presses hard. Can't quite affect the turnover, but still pressing now. And, well, a little bit of a push there. Not really necessary. The push there from Knizovic. He looked like he had the Manley player in trouble backpedaling towards his own line, but clear push in the back from Knizovic. And they're going again with Chipman. Chipman looking to find a teammate in blue. Can't quite find him, but Rag has got it, and he's pressed hard by Priz. And Priz felt that the last touch had been off a green jersey there. But not to be now. We are going to have those substitutions down below us. And it is Saxon Hillier in the 6th jersey. And it is indeed Ben Coop. So Saxon Hillier in the 6th jersey. And Ben Coop. And it is Krizan. He was involved in all the action in that first half. Picked up a yellow, cleared the ball off the line. Was somewhat lucky to stay on the field, the SD Raiders felt. But, Ben Coop now is on and confirming. It is Kai Evans in the 19 jersey who has made his way off. So Evans in the 19 off and Krizan in the 2 off. And it is Hillier and Coop who have made their way on. So plenty of changes now to get the second half underway. Priz floating the ball in now to the back post. And clearance not quite affected there. Coop pressing down. Almost an instant impact there from the number 9, Ben Coop. Will Lucas alive to the danger and bowls the ball out now in front of him. And a little bit of space. Rag takes a touch. Priz is there. Heavy challenge from Priz. He came right across the front there. And referee again. Doesn't reach for his cards. And, we're going to have ourselves another substitution now down here below us. And it is Jonathan Shibatu who is going to be making his way on in the 22 jersey. And it is Jet McHugh-Shore who is making his way off. Interesting little interaction there. The one of the Manley players, it's Ayumu Kimura, is giving instructions to SD Raiders, saying he wants them to make the substitution while the player is down injured. And mind your business was the direct quote from the SD Raiders bench. Not really sure why the Manley player Kimura would think that he could affect the timing of the substitution. But funny little interaction there, and another little conversation going on. Luka Knizovic perhaps asking him what he was thinking. But we are going to have that substitution. Maybe not just yet. But I think just waiting to see the outcome of this injury. It's Rag who's still down. Charlie Rag still down after that challenge. It's a heavy challenge. But, no yellow card issued. And SD Raiders, in fact, just having a little bit of a think about this substitution. Goran Laboya. Just making an assessment here of whether or not Shibatu is in fact going to come on. And, a little reflection on the progress of this second half. Not quite 15 minutes, but almost 15 minutes gone. But a very open half here, just like the first half. Both teams pressing on. Chances for both sides. No particularly clear-cut chances. Header coming in from Manley, from O'Driscoll. Probably the best of the chances. Here comes the confirmation now. So there's going to be a double change by the looks of things. It's Mihail Marcic in the number 7 jersey. Looks like he is also going to be coming on. A little bit of confusion now about the substitutions. Only one player is coming off, but SD Raiders look ready to send 2 players on. And what I hear is the confirmation. It's the number 18, Charlie Ragg, who was injured there, who was heading off, and he is being replaced by the number 7, Michal Marcic. Also making his way to the sideline is the number 5, as he said, Jet McHugh-Shore, is coming off. Now, ball floated forward towards the edge of the box. A little bit of a lull in the game there with those injuries and with the substitutions. So players might have gotten just a little bit cold there. But, they're going to have to get themselves into this action. But we have another injury now. I think we're going to slow things down again. And, still down as Seb Malfara, but play goes on. He's still down as Malfara. Chianese has realised what's happened there. And he's played the ball out. Well, our ground announcer has just said that Marty Fernandez has come on. I don't think that's the case. So we're going to have a little double check of that. It is definitely Jet McHugh-Shore who has made his way off. And it is a festival of substitutions now. Jared Muir has headed on in the 32 jersey. And Ono has headed off. So as is often the case, a series of substitutions. Which team will settle best? Which team will settle quickest? Now, Raiders playing the ball forward. Let's see who settles quicker now with all these substitutions. 2 injuries, 4 substitutions. A little bit of a lull in the game. And a chance now for Cox Barlow, but can't quite pull the trigger. And so Manley have got the ball and they're going to break away. But he's worked back really hard there. Cox Barlow gets the ball, but then has his pocket picked. And Manley will build again from the back with O'Donoghue. They're forced back. High press there from ST Raiders, and they're forced back Manley. And then the ball goes all the way back now to Mackenzie Siren. And Siren drops it out to his near side. O'Donoghue plays it long. Looking to find Kimura. Also Ben Coop is pressing forward there. Coop can't quite get on the ball. Nice composure from Lucas. Lucas drops it off for McGrath. McGrath back for Lucas, and then Lucas looks to play it forward. You are pressing high for Manley, looking to drive them back. Let's just see how they've set up now. Darcy Burgess has pushed a little bit further forward along with Ben Coop. They've got 3 up front now. It's Burgess, Coop and Kimura pushing on. Certainly they've got, as I said, a more attacking posture now. They've got to get themselves back into this game, score their first away goal of the season. And their throwing player is on with a more attacking-minded view to try and do that. And now driving forward, but tackle comes in. And again, with a chance to break. Manley, they've pushed players forward and they're going to leave some gaps at the back here. And it's Malfara driving forward. Malfara, again, they give away possession quite quickly. And a chance now for Manley to come back the other way. Kamura to ball one in the L really well there by Shibatu. It's really, really opened up here now. Neither side really interested in defending. They're just both going to press on. And here is Shibatu. Shibatu, but he then gives it away to Kimura, and Kimura gives it away to Manley. Neither side really able to get on the ball. They've just got to get their foot on the ball. Play 3, 4, 5 passes, calm things down, get settled. And the team that does that first, you think, the team that's going to be best placed to close out this game. Priz now has come out to this near side, and he is pressing on as well. But formations just seem to be going out the window a little bit at this point. And now Priz driving down, playing in a sort of outside right position. And he's got a chance to cross, drives the cross in low. It's cleared away well. Shibatu has got time and space, and he drops it off for Knezovic. Looking to find Cox Barlow. Can't quite find him, and anywhere will do there from Everett just to get the ball away from the danger zone. And now Everett has got the again and again. Heaped forward. I'm not sure if you can pick that up, but Goran Luboya down below us just said, discipline please, discipline please. He wants his team to get that shape back again. He wants them to string a few passes together. He wants them to get organised. And they're not really doing it, and he has walked directly behind the dugouts here in slight frustration, and has gone around the other side. He just wants his team to settle things down here, soak up some of this pressure, and work really hard like they've done just there with Lockie Everett, Jockey Everett, and again a second time working really hard in midfield. And he's got Mihail Marcic there as well beside him, working really hard. And not satisfied with that amount of substitutions. It looks like it's going to be 2 more substitutions for Manley now. It's to Robillard and Martinello below us, who look like they're going to be making their way on. But, not before this attack. And they're driving forward. And Hannigan driving into the box, plays it back to the edge. Great tackle, a terrific tackle there. Marcic was just about to pull the trigger. But fantastic tackle from Manley now. They're coming back the other way. Closed down there by Everett. Now, I'm going to take you back to a chat that I had with Goran Laboya. He said last week when his team were leading 2-0, there were a series of attacks from St. George City, and none of his players committed just that professional type of foul, just to slow things down and to stop the team from pressing forward. And that is exactly what Lockie Everett just did there, that little professional type foul, just to stop an attack from happening when perhaps Manley had numbers. And that is exactly what Goran Laboya wanted his team to do. Not suggesting that they injure anyone, but just a little pull of the jersey or a tug or a hold back of the player just to stop some momentum. And that's exactly what they did. They've driven Manley right back, and now Manley are having to build from the back again. Beautiful raking pass out onto that far left-hand side. The touch just evades Matt O'Donoghue, and the clearance now is effected beautifully. Lovely touch there from Everett. And here comes Hannigan. Finds Chianese. Chianese switches the ball now to this near side beautifully, and it's Marcic. Marcic driving forward. He's got Shabatu outside him. Can he find Shabatu? Oh, lovely turn from Shabatu. Lovely little turn there from Shabatu. And Priz again affects the tackle, but in an illegal fashion. And now Marcic is just coming across to the sideline here below us. Has he picked up a little injury? Oh, he's getting some Vaseline, I think. Now, Festival of Substitutions. We will return to that. And it is de Robillard in the 7 jersey and Martinello in the 15. And it is Kumura in the 11 jersey who was making his way off, and O'Donoghue in the 3. Now Seb Malfara stands over the ball. Now referee is just getting that wall back. And it's Malfara. Malfara with the free kick. Malfara with the free kick. Punched away really nicely. Falls to the edge of the box. Shot driven in low. Blocked away really well. 2 great chances there. Knezovic with the follow-up. And ball is still not cleared. And now Everett driving in towards the edge of the box. Plays it in low. Chianese. Ball just evades him. And they have committed a lot of people forward here. Have the ST Raiders. And Malfara does really well. Just to slow their progress somewhat. But, haven't completely slowed the progress. And now Ben Coop. Bearing down on the edge of the box. Coop touches it off for Burgess. Burgess into the middle. But, cleared away well. Fantastic transition there from Manley. They're pushing more players forward. Shabatu did really well. Jonathan Shabatu, another one of our substitutes. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 substitutes now onto the field. And, still more than 20 minutes to go on the clock, so if there's any injuries, we might have teams playing with 10 men, but a very fluctuating period of play there with all the substitutions and a couple of injuries. Now, Burgess snatches at it slightly, does Darcy Burgess. The ball fell to him nicely just on the edge of the box. And, he snatched at it just a fraction, and a chance for both teams now, you would imagine, and me to catch our breath. Taking on some water there. Smartly over on the far side is Ethan Bevan. And And weather condition update. It's now a beautiful night. It's clear, absolutely no wind. The threat of wind and lightning appears to have gone. And we have, you would say, probably a perfect night for football. Probably with injuries, etc. 25 minutes or so still to go in this one. And poised really nicely. SD Raiders 2-0 to the good. And looking for their first win of the season. And now the ball played through. Is it through for Chianese? No battling out on that far side. Some excellent defending from Manley. The ball comes back all the way back to Mackenzie Siren, who drops it forward and finds Burgess. Coming very deep now, looking for the ball is Darcy Burgess. And it's Hillier, but he's given the ball away now. And, well, a good tackle. Priz has got the ball, and he finds de Robillard now. The very exciting de Robillard. And Chipman, one of the few players who was still out in the field from the start. Chipman finds Hillier, and Hillier now spreads it across out to that far side. Burgess coming again, looking for the ball. He's looking for the ball everywhere is Darcy Burgess. Got to get himself into the game. And he finds now de Robillard. De Robillard for Chipman. Chipman with Priz outside him. Priz looking to get that cross in, drives in the cross low. Lovely touch from Burgess. Burgess, can he turn inside Shabatu? He can't. Can Priz get the shot in? Shot driven in low. And the ball just goes away and wide. There. Will Lucas looking to have that covered, but again, Darcy Burgess, you can see him coming into the game. He got the ball deep in his own half. He got the ball in the middle of midfield, and he got the ball again just on the edge of the SD Raiders box, all in quick succession. He is the key man for Manley, bringing other players into the play. People like de Robillard and Coop, and they're going to need some magic from him in these last 20 minutes or so if they want to get themselves back into the game. Now Chipman drops it off for Hillier. Hillier again. Here he is, the danger man. Burgess on the ball. Finds Hillier. Hillier again. Hillier. Back for Burgess. Burgess for de Robillard. Stringing a few passes together here, Manley. Looking dangerous in possession. But the tackle is one and they come away. Now Chianese is looking for the ball. Ball just evades Chianese. He's going to go second time here, Chianese. He's got Chipman there. Covering back, and Chipman does really well. And finds Siren. And he comes short. For Neuenhoff. Neuenhoff spreads it out to that far left-hand side from our vantage point. Manley having to check back inside. And again, Neuenhoff gets it shut. And here's Hillier, right in the middle of midfield. He's got de Robillard short, and he finds him. De Robillard closed down by Shabatu. And now for Priz. Priz plays the ball in for de Robillard. De Robillard just inside the box here. De Robillard. Shabatu does really well, comes across and affects the tackle really well. More substitutions in the offing. Marty Fernandez, who was incorrectly announced by our matchday announcer here, is getting ready to come on. Very dangerous attacking player, Marty Fernandez. It's going to be a corner before that happens for Manley. And it's Jared Muir who's going to take this corner now, left-footed. Again, several Manley players just on the edge of the box making late runs, and they come now. The ball is floated into the edge of the 6-yard box. Ball just dotting around the edge of the 6-yard box there, but it's cleared away well by Everett. Was only able to find his opposite number, Hillier. And he in turn finds Chipman, and Chipman plays it all the way back for Siren. And Siren, he's almost to halfway, Siren, as he plays the ball forward. And the ball is picked up. He's still very far off his line here is Mackenzie Siren. Still hasn't quite gotten back. And ball is played across now. There's a chance for Chianese to get on the end of it, but the defence comes back there. He was very far off his line there, Mackenzie Siren, for a good 5 or 10 seconds. And, no SD Raiders player advanced at the halfway line special. And here is Hillier. He's looked very composed in the middle of midfield since he's come on. Has Hillier. He's that fulcrum in the middle looking to get these return passes. And there he is again, taking the ball from de Robillard. And takes a pass again, Hillier. They look a lot more composed, a lot more structured with him out there. And Chipman now is here below us, calling for the ball. He's in a little bit of space. Driscoll decides to go forward and then plays the late pass for Chipman. Chipman in low for Muir. Muir for Priz. Shabatu has done really well there, Shabatu. But he's given the ball away to Muir. Muir with the chance to shoot. Blocked well. Burgess with the chance to shoot. Blocked a second time. Ball still not away. De Robillard with the shot. And away it goes. Great Great defending there from ST Raiders, diving into the tackles. Shabatu amongst others, throwing themselves in front of the ball. And we will have that substitution now, and it is Marty Fernandez in the 17 jersey who's going to make his way on. And it is Noah Chianese, who has been absolutely terrific. Worked his absolute socks off, Chianese. And so it's Fernandez who comes on in the 17 jersey. And the very, very effective, you would have to say, Noah Chianese in 14, who makes his way from the field. Referee just coming across to have a little word between a few players. But, ready to go again. And now Hannigan plays the ball forward for Cox Barlow. Still no, well, a great tackle there. Beautifully timed challenge there from Aaron O'Driscoll. Won the ball really well. But, when he finds a green jersey, and Hannigan looking to get the touch over his opposite number there, but can't quite keep the ball in play. But the last touch does come off Darcy Burgess. And so Hannigan in the 4 jersey will take this throw in. Will this helter-skelter game continue to play out in the same way? Manley looking a bit more composed now and a little bit more structured with some of the substitutions we said. Robillard, Hillier, making them look more composed. Seems to be opening up some space for Burgess. And he's getting much more on the ball. But, just as I say that they're looking composed, they play the ball into space. And Coop is looking to close down Shabatu. Shabatu turns really well and drives away. Coop looking to slow him down. Can't quite get there, Ben Coop. And Shabatu then drops it back for McGrath. McGrath back for Lucas. Lucas plays it long. And, almost into space, but Neuenhoff, who has now stepped back into a central defensive position, has the ball. And he drops it off for Hillier. And they're going to come again here, dropping back just a little bit. The ST Raiders, and now Coop with a chance. Can he get a touch? Well, he was trying to affect the little dinked chip there, I think, was Ben Coop. But couldn't quite get a touch on it. And from a Manley point of view, the ball sails harmlessly through and into the arms of Will Lucas. And now down here for Marchich. Marchich steps inside. Does really well. Finds Marty Fernandez. Fernandez, lovely skills. Marty Fernandez. Going to go around Chipman. Chipman gets a touch, and Chipman stays engaged, stays involved, affects the challenge. And now it's Hillier, the referee, just slightly the way there for a moment. He's hard to miss, though, the referee, in fairness, in his bright orange jersey. But, he is a player out there too, of course. And now here's de Robillard driving forward. It's a Manley teammate throw away 2 defenders, looking to find some space for himself. And now it comes inside for Chipman. Chipman drops it back for O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue's got Priz calling for it down below us here. Priz gets the ball, driving out towards the box. Marchich coming across. Priz, the cross is a little bit too far. Well, it is indeed, and confidence growing now for Will Lucas, who was punching a little bit in that first half, the young goalkeeper. But came across, plucked the ball out of the sky really nicely there. And he's bowled it out for Hannigan. Hannigan, is he blocked there? Oh, he slides in for the challenge there, Hannigan. And lucky for him, he did win the ball. Not winning the ball there 10 seconds later is Seb Malfara, and that is going to be a free kick for Max Burgess. Same message coming from the sideline from Goran Laboya. Game management, he's saying, game management. Wants his players just to tighten things up a little bit. Now to Robillard, floats the ball out, and overlapping run, gets the cross in, looking for Coop. Ball is cleared away, and it's back now with Neuenhoff. Neuenhoff floats the ball in. Marchich is up. And Marchich gets a touch there. Can Shabatu get there inside the corner? Can't quite get there. Jonathan Shabatu. And we will have another corner for Manley. The tide and the momentum absolutely appear to have turned now. It is all Manley on the front foot. And Muir now is going to take this corner. Jared Muir is going to take the corner. Now they've changed it up a little bit now, Manley. They've decided to put everybody back inside the 6-yard box for this left-footed corner from Muir. Change of tactics. And Muir now will float in this left-footed corner right under the crossbar. And it's headed. It's still there. Cleared away off the line. Well, with the goal at his mercy. Stefan de Robillard shot. But now coming down the other end. An excellent opportunity straight through. It's Knezovic. Knezovic lays the ball off. And it's touched in. And it's in there. Riley Cox Barlow touches the ball home. On the break in transition, ST Raiders Well, they've soaked up the pressure in these last 5 or 10 minutes, and then the long ball was played over the top. Luka Knezovic bearing down on goal, and as every good teammate does, he lays the ball off to the side, and it is touched in by Riley Cox-Barlow in the 19 jersey. Riley Cox-Barlow has made this 3-0. Well, it is St. Patrick's week, and so in the 33rd minute of the second half, for all the Irish fans out there, we have got a score of 3-0 now. Riley Cox-Barlow on the break in transition. They have scored themselves a third goal. As we said at the start, scoring has not really been their problem this year. They have scored goals in every single game that they've played, but they have not yet kept a clean sheet, and that has been their undoing. And it looks like they are certainly well on their way towards their first win of the season. Can they hold on and get their first clean sheet of the season? I'm sure that would be the icing on the cake here for Goran Luboya, if they can hold on. Certainly if they hold on for the win, that's looking quite likely. But if they can hold on for the clean sheet, they'll be delighted. Now to Robillard. Lovely feet there. And he tries the ball in low. It's blocked away. And there's going to be a corner. Let's see what tactic they employ now for this corner. They've been mixing it up just a little bit, Manley. Looks like they're going to go with the crowd in on top of the goalkeeper inside the 6-yard box tactic. And indeed they are. Coop is in there. Martinello is in there as well. Well, in fact, they're all going to be in there now. Nieuwenhof, they're all piling in. Priz is there. And the ball now is floated into the near post. And it's flicked, and a fantastic save. Well, looked like it initially came off an ST Raiders player. I think it was Mihail Marcic who got the touch. But equal to the task, Will Lucas with a terrific point-blank save, getting the ball away. And we're going to have ourselves another corner. This tactic appears to be working for Manley. They've got, from my count, 7 players right inside the 6-yard box. To Robillard just dropping back out now. And he's hovering around the penalty spot. And Chipman is in there, hovering around the penalty spot as well. Now the corner floated in again. And it's punched in, and it's in there now. They've got themselves a goal. They're back into it. And taking the plaudits from the Manley side. It looks like it's Luke Nieuwenhof, perhaps the last touch off an ST Raiders player. But Luke Nieuwenhof initially taking the plaudits and making his way back in the 18 jersey. So it seems like Nieuwenhof did get a touch on that, and they have not kept the clean sheet. It is 3-1. And it is Nieuwenhof taking the plaudits there. And so it is 3-1. The clean sheet is not kept. I've totally jinxed that. Apologies to those ST Raiders fans watching the game. But we now have, I would say, about 10 minutes or so, including stoppages, left in this game. And Manley, they've got their first away goal of the season. And they are now going to pile forward here and try and get themselves a miracle draw. Priz playing the ball forward from Muir. Marcic is there, but only finds Priz. And Priz, well, looking to do a little back heel, but not quite what he intended, but I think it worked out. And now Marcic drives Muir back. We're in for a helter-skelter last 10 minutes here, I'm sure. They're going to throw everyone forward. Nieuwenhof coming forward again for this long throw. A second Manley goal now would really throw the cat amongst the pigeons. Now Priz with the throw. Nieuwenhof looking to get at the end of it. Can't quite get there. Shabatu gets the ball and drives it away. And Manley are driven all the way back. It's Cox-Barlow who thought about pressing high and thinks better of it and drops back. And Manley are going to have to build all the way from the back. Martinello, he's forced back again. And it goes back for Mackenzie Siren. And he drops it off short for Nieuwenhof, our goal scorer. And looking like he's going to get the ball back again. He does indeed. Number 18, Nieuwenhof, our goal scorer. He's got support directly beside him in O'Driscoll. And O'Driscoll picks it up. And O'Driscoll's got Hillier down here below us. Hillier's got the ball. With a little bit of space to move in front. Plays the ball inside nicely for Muir. Muir, dancing feet, can't quite hold up the ball. And it's cleared away nicely from an ST Raiders point of view by our other goal scorer, Cox-Barlow. And now here is Burgess. Burgess, he's gone quiet the last few minutes as Manley have come back into it. And Burgess finds Hillier. Hillier plays it straight to feet to Priz. Priz back to Hillier. And Hillier again for O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue sprays the ball beautifully out onto that far left-hand side. Searching pass across. And a little nutmeg there. Chance to drive the ball in low. Well, he's played it high. And touch comes in. And the clearance, well, the clearance is half affected by the ST Raiders. And now Priz again coming around the outside. Does the ball stay in play? Doesn't quite stay in play. Well, Marcic and others appear to have moved into the anywhere will do territory here. But couldn't quite affect the clearance properly there, Marcic. Only find Priz. And Priz, nice little touch around Shabatu. But the ball didn't quite stay in play for him. Touchline was the winner. And out it goes. 5 minutes of normal time remaining here for the SD Raiders to hang on for their first win of the season. And they are looking to catch Manley on the break again, can they? Marty Fernandez won the ball with Cox Barlow. They can't hold up possession, and it's to Robillard. Lovely feet from Robillard. He's driving forward. He's come inside one. He's come inside two. Spread it across here from Muir, but Shabatu again takes a touch, takes a second, and then plays it off short. He's gone again, Shabatu. Here comes Burgess. He's picked up the pieces nicely. And he's driving forward. Burgess got 3 green jerseys converging around him, and so he checks back inside and finds Priz. Priz for O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue for Neuenhoff. Building Manley. ST Raiders coming further and further back. De Robillard, can he get the cross in? He does indeed, but that's blocked away well by Lockie Everett, playing a captain's role again. And another corner. These corners have been very, very dangerous. Neuenhoff coming forward again. O'Driscoll coming forward again. Attack it is the call from the ST Raiders bench. They want their team to come up and attack this ball. Now, ball comes into the near post. And very, very confidently left there by Marcic. Now, just jumped out of the way there very, very confidently. Did Mihail Marcic. And the ball goes out. Another 90 seconds or so has ticked off the clock. ST Raiders, again, they've gone a little bit quieter now. It's not as much encouragement. The Manley team a little bit more chirpy. As the kick comes from Lucas, up in the air. O'Driscoll wins it brilliantly in the air, but the ball is played back. Now, Marcic looking to press them back. Marcic coming again. Oh, it's come straight off his face, Marcic. He'll need a little bit of treatment there. I think that ball caught him squarely in the face from the kick from Mackenzie Siren, and he's in fact off the field. As the Manley players have quite rightly said, he's off the field, ref, let's keep going. But the ref had blown his whistle. And so he's now going to drop the ball. And so ST Raiders will be down to 10 men here, because Mihail Marcic has caught the ball square in the face. And Manley, of course, can't play on because the player has gone off the field. That's unfortunate luck for ST Raiders. And as we tick down further towards the 90 minutes here, Manley will press on. But can't quite find the feet of Neuenhoff there. And they're driven back. And he comes back inside now for Hillier. Hillier drops it off now for O'Driscoll. O'Driscoll coming forward. Some lovely searching passes from O'Driscoll, and he digs the ball in just to the edge of the box, looking for it to Robillard. But beautifully left there from Cooper Hannigan. Feinted towards the ball and then just ducked under it at the absolute last moment. He's been in everything as Cooper Hannigan. And that was some of that experience. Some of that, as we say in Ireland, cuteness. To cleverly just move towards the ball and leave it. He has been terrific, Cooper Hannigan. And looks like Marcic has recovered, and the referee has let him come straight back on. A little bit of claret on the nose, and some of the magic toilet paper by the looks of things up in the nostril there to stem the flow of any blood. But, he's been very lively since he's come on, Marcic. And battle recommences, and he's going to be back into it again, Marcic, and he's right there, as is Shabatu. Burgess just gets around the outside, and he's tugged back just a fraction. Again, just a clever little foul there, you'd have to say, just to stop the momentum. If Burgess is going to make that turn and be into a little bit of space, that is going to be danger for this SD Raiders side as we head into the last minute of normal time. Mackenzie Siren has come forward. He is now inside the ST Raiders half, and he's gone further forward again. Yeah, fourth official just picking him up on that. He's I think he's stolen 3 or 4 meters as it is, but he was looking to steal 7 or 9. Now, Siren floats the ball up towards the penalty spot. The goalkeeper comes and calls really, really well. Will Lucas. And now in transition, here they come. Back yourself, says the bench. As Luka Knezovic charges forward, but the ball just goes out of play there. Lovely little touch from Muir. And Knezovic, the call, as I said, from the bench was back yourself. He's a pacey player, but couldn't quite maintain possession. Now, Fernandez drops it off for Hannigan. Hannigan holding up the play, looking to win himself a throw. Can't quite do it. And Cox Barlow battling it out on that far side. And wins himself the free kick, does Cox Barlow. Applause now coming from McHugh Shore, amongst others, down here on the SG Raiders bench below us. And 3 minutes. We're going to have 3 minutes. 3 minutes of added time for the SD Raiders to hang on here to get their first win of the season and to very much drag this Manley side down into a relegation battle. But, can they have a miracle comeback here? They've got to score immediately from this attack, you got to think, if they're going to get back into the game. And here is Robillard. He's looked very lively. Johnson around the outside and down he goes. And, are we going to have ourselves a card? I think he's left the cards at home, perhaps, as the referee. But, no card there. He did give one card out in the first half to Luca Cruzan. It was yellow when it could have been red. But aside from that, there's been quite a few 50-50s that might have been yellows. But you don't like to see cards being given out for no reason. And he's definitely kept them in his pocket this afternoon. Has Brooklyn Fawcett. Now, dangerous moments here. A minute or so into added time. Manley looking to get a goal that will really make the last 2 minutes or so nerve jangling for this SD Raider side. Now, here comes the free kick. Driven into the back post. But, the keeper is there and takes it really well. Will Lucas. Is he going to bowl it out? He is indeed. And we've got Knezovic going again. Will he head to the corner flag or will he head to the goal? It's Knezovic. Chooses to hold the ball up. And, he had support there from Cox Barlow, but Cox Barlow has got into an offside position. And Knezovic does really well now. Heads to that corner flag. And did he draw the foul? He does indeed. Goran Leboya's team talk during the week. The hairdryer treatment appears to have worked. His players have been much more conscious of running down the clock. Much more conscious of stopping promising attacks from the opposition. And much more conscious of working towards winning the game. And not just having a gunfight at the OK Corral as they had last week in their 4-3 defeat to St. George City. Now we are inside the last minute of added time. Let's see again what they do. Will they play the ball into the corner and just run down the clock? It's Marty Fernandez, but gives the ball away to Chipman almost immediately. Marty Fernandez didn't quite head to the corner flag. And O'Driscoll now playing the ball out, finding Neuenhoff. They come forward again, Manley. Driving on, throwing people forward. Burgess again at the centre of everything. And O'Driscoll again, Aaron O'Driscoll. Out for Chipman. He's looking for a back O'Driscoll. Chipman, he's got a little bit of space in front from Chipman. And he finds Muir. Fernandez comes back, and Fernandez driving forward now. He can head for the corner flag, and it looks like he will. He's got Muir there chasing him. Fernandez holds the ball up. Will he turn? He turns really well there. Does Fernandez. Leaves Muir behind him. Fernandez still going. Fernandez plays the ball in low. For Marcic, can't quite get it. And there is the final whistle. A first win of the season for the ST Raiders. Goals from Malbasha. Goals also from Cox Barlow. And in the middle, a goal from Chianese. Gave them a 3-0 lead. It was Neuenhoff who got one back from Manley to make it 3-1. But a great win here. The two coaches, Vladimir Knezovic and Goran Leboya, hugged down below us. Well, it's been a very sporting game. And in the end, you've got to say that the home side, the SD Raiders, fully deserved the 3 points here. And so we'll sign off from Ernie Smith Reserve, leaving you with the final score of the home side. SD Raiders 3, the away side Manley, David Feeney and Gavin Land signing off. And we'll see you soon at the football.